Thanks, Riv. We want to welcome Alltech and Pobelter to the desk and congratulate you guys on a very solid win there. How does it feel?
It feels really great, actually, to break that 6-game losing streak.
Well, one thing I want to ask you guys about immediately is that we saw the Rengar pick come out in the first round. So there was a lot of priority placed on that champion. And given the 4-11 changes, what was the reasoning behind taking it so early?
Okay.
Oh, dear God.
Go. Take turns. Your turn.
Since Dominate played it yesterday and he did really well with it, and since it was left open, and he was probably the top jungler because Lee Sin was banned.
Okay. So just kind of like the strongest jungler you guys could pick up at that time. I do want to press you on 4-11 junglers a little bit because we've had a lot of patch changes in the recent past. And this is the first week you guys are playing a 4-11. Do you think the jungle pool stays the same, or is it just like, yep, Lee Sin, Eve, Elise, Rengar, and that's it?
I think it's still the same, but people are trying to try new junglers in solo queue right now. There's like Zac, Skarner, but it's not working out.
Okay, so far nothing's been working out for you guys. Do you think that your team's been adapting overall well? Because 4-10 was a bunch of big changes. Of course, AD carries got buffed. That was good for you, and you've done really well. 4-11 changed a lot more things. Turrets got stronger. Pobelter, do you think EG is keeping up with the times? Are you adapting better than other teams, worse than other teams? How do you feel like everyone's adapting to the new stuff?
I wouldn't say we're doing better or worse than any other team right now. I think we're adapting at like the same rate pretty much. Even though like our recent results haven't really suggested that, we've always been really close in a lot of our games to winning, and we also in scrims have done very well. And so that's kind of like the scrim curse, I guess. You do really well in scrims, and then when it comes to LCS, you just like can't live up to it.
And well, that's the thing, though, is you guys are doing well in scrims, so we know you guys are a very, very good team. Do you think, actually, that just the fact that the game is changing around a little bit, the teams have to adapt? You guys have had roster changes multiple times now throughout this split. So having to deal with change so much yourselves, the fact that other teams have to change around with the game, do you think that helps you guys in terms of you guys have been adapting already?
I think that, well, like the change itself hasn't really like made us react better to the change in the game, but I think Helios has a unique perspective on some of the changes, and so he's able to provide like a fresh insight onto what might be good and what might not be good, and so I think that gives us a bit of an edge.
Cool. All right. Well, we want to jump right into the game. We're going to pull a replay up here in Alltech. It's in the bot lane. It's about 11 minutes where you guys go 2 for 1. You end up taking the dragon off. If you could just walk me through this fight, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
If we can roll the clip right here. So Krepo flashed Q, but he missed, and we hit the ulti on Cop, and he's stunned, and we just keep on going. So he flashed out, so we go next special here. And then Nunu's here, but I think...
Yeah, they dive Krepo.
Oh, kind of, yeah, it's where they dive.
Oh, they dive Krepo. I mistimed my heal, but since he got the Baron passive off, I got Dom right here, and then that reset my jump. And then X-Special flashed out, and then we have Rengar and Syndra coming. I used Busted Shot as like a finisher, but it didn't work out. And then we were able to just pick them up because they had no flash from the previous dive.
At which point did you know the rest of your teammates were coming? Was that yelling, guys, they're ganking bottom, everyone show up, or did Pobelter and Helios come down on their own?
Since Nunu was there, we spot him on a ward, and then Helios is like, I'm coming. And then Pobelter's like that too. So
yeah, we
just
make the individual decisions to come down. It's a lot easier that way.
Yeah. So you guys all have the awareness to make that happen. That's good.
A little bit of a follow-up there. With that gold, you guys then went and took Dragon as well. We want to ask you about one of your buys. You start with Static Shiv, and we've seen a couple Tristanas do that. Can you kind of just explain the mindset behind that first buy?
Static Shiv allows you to wave clear a lot and just perma push, and that you just try to chip the tower every time. So when you do that, you can always get perfect CS. And basically, Shiv, if you get Shiv, it allows you to push faster and farm faster. And then once I get IE, it's like my power spike.
All right, well, fast forward to 34 minutes. We're going to pull another replay up. It's where you snag the Quadra, but Pobelter, I actually want you to do this replay because you're the one who takes the Penta away from him.
All right. So we're hitting Baron right here. The call is to just start a fight because we don't want Nunu to flash in and get a steal off. So we start charging at them. Crepo goes out a little early, but really he has to get the fight off. I only get hit by the Orianna ulti, so that's really good. And then we just start chipping away at their front line. Helios gets a really good bowl off onto Orianna, and we can pop him instantly. And then I'm chasing from the upside. Oh, jump gets canceled there. And then from here, it's pretty much clean up. I missed my QE, so that's why I had to take the Penta, because I was afraid that Lulu would kill me right there with the Q. So yeah, I was like, sorry, but you know, I didn't want to end up dying just to give him the Penta.
It's okay. I understand when you kind of want to win a professional match, it's worth getting the kill as opposed to giving the fantasy points to teammates.
Yes.
So I get it. It's fine. So yeah, you guys ended up doing a really good job with that game, and you finally did start winning fights. But throughout the mid game, you guys were down in kills. You were up in gold from all the objective control. But how do you play a game where you know that they're out fighting you at the time, and like battles might not be going in your favor?
It's pretty much all about warding and objective control then, if you can't like win the fight really straight up. So we were waiting on Tristana's core items before we were fighting. And so we were able to get like every dragon, I think, and it all snowballed off of Quaz using his TP early to a ward to try and counter gank, and then Inox didn't. And so we had really good dragon control off of that tiny thing.
All right, final question here, Alltech. The question is, sitting in 8th place, you got a great win under your belt. Now, how do you carry that momentum forward and work your way up the standings and hopefully, you know, vie for a playoff spot?
I think right now we just need to focus on just watching our games, see what we could have done better and what we did wrong, and just go on from there. Because right now we're on 8th, and we have to work our hardest to get out of relegation, try to go for playoffs.
All right, well, you got some footage to look at there. Hey, guys, I want to thank you for joining us on the desk. Congratulate you on the win. Best of luck this week studying up on that footage. And we're going to move onwards now. Don't go anywhere because we've got more games coming your way. After the break, we'll head back onto the Rift for Dignitas versus Counter Logic Gaming. Stay tuned.